I was 7, and my uncle had 2 boys, but they were in Vietnam. So at that time, we were living in Cambodia. So my uncle missed them so much. He always wanted to have time with me. And that weekend, we went to the park. And of course, my uncle wanted me to go with him, but my mother doesn't want to. Yeah, she wants me to go with them. And then she spoke with me quietly. She said, "Con đi với mẹ nha. Cậu lái nhanh lắm. You go with me because uncle drive too fast." But I say to her, "No. You know, the scooter is very small, and I am in the front. Behind me were my uncle and my aunt." I know what you are thinking, because nobody in this country would put 3 people in that small scooter. But that's what we do to make it through the traffic. And my parents will always put me in the middle. That is so much more exciting to go with my uncle when I can sit in the front and I can see everything. And then I still remember when we come to a roundabout, and I could see that another driver come towards us, and he didn't slow down, and then he hit in the side of the bike. And the next thing I remember that I am sliding down across the ground with my face on the street and no helmet. And at that time, I didn't feel anything at all. And a little bit later on, I could feel the pain, and then I feel the heating on my face, and then I'm starting to cry. Of course, my parents right behind me, they did not know that is me. And then when they come closer, I could hear my mom was screaming, and she ran to me and hold me in her arms like a baby. And then my dad drove me to his clinic. And there's no point to calling an ambulance, because it would make them more than half an hour to come over through that traffic. So then when we got to my father's clinic, he started to work on me. And I remember that he very gently fixed my hair and would take the cotton with that too, very gently cleaning my wounds. And sometimes he would frown in like he's feeling my pain. And I guess that is very hard for you to take care of your own children in that situation. And at that moment, I really understood what my father did as a doctor. I would see people come over and complain about the sickness and pain, especially with little kids. As soon as they get into the clinic, they're starting to scream and cry because they know what is going to happen next. And parents always use doctor to scare their children when they not listen. So that's why when they just getting there and they're starting to cry. And yeah, I was thinking that my dad is the one hurting them. They was okay before they come. But then when he treated me, I understand that he was loving and caring. And after that, I became obsessed. When I saw a toy that was about doctor or hospital, I would tell him to buy it for me. I want to be just like him. And taking science classes is very hard to me, and especially in my country, they would not encourage students to have the thinking of professor or even though thinking of yourself. So I think that is really difficult to me. Then I choose a business career, and I think that would be easier. But then as long as I doing that, I am not happy to doing that. I know what my heart was saying, but I keep pushing it away because I afraid to fail. And I came to the United States in 2015, and I started with my English classes. in Rosemary class, we have the project called Sacred Story. And I was telling my story about the volunteer work in Cambodia as a teacher. That is the story in my heart. And that reminds me once again, I want to help others. That is my story. And I always think of that. Doing that makes me happy. That is my passion, my obsession. And then I take the career in inventory, and then it showed that I absolutely should be in the medical field. And then sometimes Rosemary would ask me, what do you really want to do? What is that you love? And I'm like, that is my question too. And I gained the courage. Last semester, I have changed my major to nursing. I know that is really hard, but now I believe that I can do it because no matter what I do, it's always pull me back to that direction. And then that is my passion, my obsession. I want to use my love and my care to help others, just like the way my father did. And this is the lesson very important to me. When I was younger, I think that as long as I am full, others could be hungry. Later on, I learned that if others are hungry, I can be hungry too. And now I learned that I can be hungry to allow others to be full. That is my passion, my obsession. When I can do something for others, I am happy. Thank you.